Well, good morning. Welcome to American Reversion and another beautiful morning in America, right? It's a beautiful morning for those of us who believe in America or believe in the things on which America was based. And by that, of course, we mean the country, not the continent. It was formed by men with great vision, founded on concepts that saw us through pretty well for a while, and we're going to have to take another look at that here pretty soon, aren't we? Hey, first off, I got up today and realized that I had been under attack by zombies. I had zombies all around me. Some of you know that what I'm referring to is as a result of what happened that we probably shouldn't mention on the other channel. Zombie Farmer, my good friend, put a video out letting all his people know what had happened, and suggesting that they join us over here on American Reversion. Also letting the people from the other channel know, because I know that we share a lot of subscribers, but there's a lot of subscribers that we don't share, and I have just been inundated by zombies, by people coming over. I woke up this morning and I could barely keep up with all of the comments and the messages that I got. I'm here because of zombie, this and that and this and that. You all you zombies, welcome here to American Reversion. We hope that this is your kind of place. I think it is, because you come from a good channel, or you didn't come from, I mean, you're still there, but you know. But you are a great channel over there with a great man, a great American. So welcome to all of you, and welcome to everybody. And also the as you can imagine, the subscriptions have just exploded here on American Reversion. We're still a very small channel, very small. So I ask that you spread the word, let your friends know about this, share these things, and because really this is a channel that I want to go with. I have a little bit more news about that maybe in a minute. Maybe I'll mention it in a few minutes. And then we've had just so many more people join on the Patreon account over on integrative preparedness, because that's where I put a lot of other special stuff. And for anybody who is interested in that, I'll put the links down below for both the Patreon channel, for this channel, for American Reversion, and for the Patreon, of integrative preparedness. Okay, and in response to some questions, yes, I do have plans to expand into other areas. Backups for backups, right as we always know we need. So, welcome to zombies. Thank you, zombie. Boy, we're all in this together, aren't we? Yes, we are. And you know what? We're going to win. We are going to win. But we got some challenges ahead of us, right? Been watching the news. I'm sure you have. The incident up in Buffalo. It's interesting that we have been in the first paragraph of every single article that I've read. The perpetrator this year has been identified by race and sex. That's not always the case, is it? We haven't seen that in every case. We didn't see that in Waukesha, did we? Interestingly enough, El Presidente has announced that he's immediately going to be headed to Buffalo, because it's vitally important. And I have no problem with that. I mean, except that I feel sorry for the people in Buffalo that have to, be around him. But apparently, of course, he wasn't able to go to Waukesha because what did they say? What did that red-headed mouthpiece say? She said, no, he wasn't going to go because a president going to a place uses a great amount of assets or something like that, some ridiculous answer. And here again, I have no problem with him going at all, going to Buffalo, as I said, whatever. But it's that selective attention. We know exactly what they're doing. There's no secret as to what they're doing. Interestingly, as I put up on, I believe I put it up over on the Integrative Preparedness Patreon channel. I might have put it up on this one too. I'm not sure. A news channel interviewed a man, right after the shooting up there in, in Buffalo. That's right, in Buffalo. You'd think that being from Kansas, I would have the word Buffalo, right? And for those of you who haven't been with me long enough, my favorite American stout is Buffalo Sweat, made right here in Kansas, down in Wichita. So they were interviewing him, and he essentially said, hey, the problem is that if, there weren't enough other people there with guns who knew how to use them. There ought to be more people there with guns who know how to use them. Well, he's exactly right. And I'm sure that, like one of the commenters said, that producer's going to have some explaining to do when he gets back to his news station, airing that on their station. They're not going to be happy with somebody who's supposed to be a victim coming out and saying, you know what, we need to protect ourselves. That's exactly right. We know the fight that's coming. We know the war that's coming. And I was going to make a video on that anyway, what this gentleman said. He said, and that's exactly right. Of course the problem's the shooter. Of course it is. Of course it is. For whatever the reason was there, and I'm not convinced that we have been told the reason. Was that too close to the truth? Should I start watching over my shoulder here? But people need to be in charge of their own safety and security, and more. I'm afraid that more of this could be. I don't want it to, but every time. It's election season. Everybody needs to be prepared to protect themselves. The problem started with one person with a gun. It was allowed and exacerbated by the fact that nobody else in there apparently had one. We understand, we know. We understand responsibility. We understand personal responsibility. That includes a number of things. It means that we work for our own provisions, under the providence of God. That we work, that we take care of ourselves. We make responsible decisions. We don't expect other people to provide for us, except through our efforts of providing goods and services and things like that. We don't lay in the cradle of other people rocking us and feeding us and things like that. But and also we know that we are responsible for our own safety and security. So if you're not up on that, I would suggest that you get up on that as quickly and as well as you can. Because we have dangers headed our way. We have more and more. I'm afraid that this is going to get more violent. I've said that in the past, and I realize, I need to couch the way that I say things. When I have said in the past, more violence is coming, some people, they'll say, oh, that's a threat. Well, no, of course it's not a threat. We all know that. I am afraid. I am concerned that more violence could be coming. And, you have to be ready to take care of it, as you know, because the police are not there to protect you. I'm sure that there are some who would like to. I mean, when I was on the job, I would have liked to. Zombie would like to. All the law enforcement out there on this channel, they would like to. But the chance of us rolling in on the middle of something when it happens is very, very small. I can count on a couple of hands the times that I arrived in the middle of something in time to be able to have some effect on it. Usually the police just get there after it happens, look at the mess, call for cleanup of the mess, try to find out who made the mess, but it's up to, so the police are, the old saying that when seconds count, the police are only minutes away is very true. So we all have to be ready to protect ourselves. When we look at everything that's happening in our country, it's hard to know. Let me say it's hard to prioritize, isn't it? It's hard to prioritize. We have so many things coming at us right and left, like Chuck Norris's famous first saying, I'm going to hit you with so many rights, you're going to be begging for a left. Well, we're getting hit with a lot of lefts, aren't we? Now, we're not begging for a right, but we got to make sure that we're parrying and blocking these shots, and then being able to respond effectively, right? And one of the ways that we do that, of course, is talking with our people, sharing what's going on, trying to affect the outcome of political elections, and keeping the information out there. The other side has, as we've seen in my case, they have almost a monopoly on the so-called, the social medias and things like that. It'll be interesting to see what happens with Truth Social. I can't get on it yet because I'm a Android guy, and they don't have it ready for Android yet. And but I'm interested to see what's that coming out. In answer to some of you all, yes, I am now taking a look at having other alternative video outlets. I've never really concentrated on this, but I have started so many businesses as a result of me being pissed off at something that I think I'm going to start paying more attention to this. I don't know very much about it. I'm kind of a dummy when it comes to this stuff. I've just always kind of sat here and hit the record and talked for a little bit and put it up and answered my commenters, and it's always been great. And we got somebody having a lot of plumbing work done, but I've never really concentrated on. Well, I think I'm concentrating on it now. So thank you for all of your support. Thank you for your suggestions. I read every comment. I try to respond to every comment. I know that so many people are joining on Patreon, and I said this yesterday, I don't always get notifications for everybody, and I hate that because I like to welcome everybody. You have taken the time to watch my video. You've taken the time to join. You've given your, you've paid your dollar. I know that's not a much, but it means something. It means that you want to be a part of what we're doing. You're willing to step on board and pony up a dollar for it and support what we're doing, and I appreciate that. And the fact that I'm not getting notified for everybody, it kind of irritates me, and I don't know where the problem is. I don't know exactly where in that information line the problem is, but anyway, I want to welcome you all and tell you how much I appreciate you being here, and hope that you'll participate. We've got some fine people on Patreon. We have some fine people on YouTube that are just on YouTube. There's not a darn thing wrong with that. But over on Patreon, it gets a little deeper, a little more serious, and we have a subscriber base that has a lot of knowledge, has a lot of experience in a lot of different ways, and I learn things from reading over on the Patreon channels, and hope you do too. Just in case you'd like to come join us, as I may have said before, the links are down here to both the Integrative Preparedness Patreon and the American Reversion Patreon. We'd love to have you on one or both, or whatever you'd like, and look forward to your participation and contributions through your comments and through your questions, because questions can be important too, because other people will come on and you provide opportunities to people to share their knowledge, and that helps everyone. So again, welcome to all the new people here on American Reversion. It's great to have you. Welcome, zombies. Thank you, Zombie. And I know we're going to have a lot more to talk about either later today or in the morning tomorrow. I've got a lot of work to do. You all have a great day. Over on Integrative Preparedness, I say we prepare well today in order to live well tomorrow, and that's true. Here on American Reversion, I say America needs a reversion or something, and it needs you and I and all of us to be a part of it. You all have a great day. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.